If you could give me just a bit of your time and pay close attention because I wrote you this rhyme. It's about a situation that often turns bad, a terrible thing that's so frustrating and sad. People do drugs and they can't hear our voices. We yell and we scream, disagree with their choices. Then it all comes crashing down one day. An overdose is a high price to pay. I just gave them Narcan so they're no longer blue. Now I'm pacing like crazy and waiting for you. I'm waiting and waiting, it feels like forever. This dark winding path, it's such an endeavor. I wait, and then I wait some more. Then finally, a really loud knock on my door. It startles me because the silence was still. I got lost trying to understand how any of this is real. EMS comes in quick with a list of questions for me. I do my best to answer. My mind's full of debris. You seem frustrated, everything moves really fast. When is his birthday? What did he take last? I don't even know because everything's a blur. I need an advocate, that is for sure. I become overwhelmed and I just start crying, still in total shock from my friend almost dying. So I made a short list of things I wish you understood. Just a few little things that would help if you could. Slow down, speak gently, tell me everything's all right. Tell me his recovery's not completely out of sight. Ask if there is anything that I need. Don't expect me to see between the lines I can't read. Tell me where you're taking him before you take him away. Reassure me that I saved his life and that he'll be okay. Everything feels so hard because he uses drugs. Is there anyone here available for hugs? Ask if I have anyone I can call. Validate my feelings. Don't make me feel small. This is not our fault. Please make no mistake. This is a disease, not a choice that we make. Nobody I know would decide to choose this. Using drugs never leads to a life of bliss. There is such a stigma, so many things we can't share. When we need help, who do we ask? How do we dare? I know y'all deal with a whole bunch of stuff. No matter how hard you try, sometimes it's just not enough. An overdose causes a lot of pain. It leaves us all empty with nothing to gain. So please let me cry and don't give me a tissue. Give me some space while I process this issue. Be tolerant of my emotions, remind me to have grace. Say you know I feel alone, but that isn't the case. Remind me of the thousands of people just like me. Direct me to support groups that are offered for free. In these situations, please mostly keep in mind, the important thing is to simply be kind. Remember, everyone involved has endured a lot of trauma. We've had more than our share of family and friend drama. So please just consider before you arrive. You can do more than simply keep us alive. You can make a big difference by showing you care. Thanks for listening and letting me share.
In my own experience with my son, who was really, somebody you would never have expected to die of this disease, I'll never forget him saying, well, I might as well give up because I've already ruined my life. And I think those are really important words because I think they reflect the thinking of a lot of people in his shoes. They feel like they've just created so much, havoc that they're never going to be able to straighten out and move forward in a positive way. And I felt like it was my job to push him forward and just say, listen, nothing behind you matters anymore. Everything that matters is from this moment on. And I know I feel like I did that. So I hope I can continue to do it for others. And I hope that I can inspire others to do that for others.
The person in front of you might be the life of the party, might be the person that makes everybody else in the family feel loved and laugh. And they could be the funny guy. They could be the sensitive one. They are all of those things too. They're everything and what you see right there. And what you see might not be what it is. I mean, my son was 6'4", covered in tattoos and piercings, and 240 pounds, and looked like a menace to society. But he would never harm anybody. He would not. I mean, he would move mountains to not harm somebody. He would carry the bugs outside. He would see somebody and hold the door for them. He would carry the woman's groceries in. He would lift the bar if he saw somebody walking down the street. Doesn't matter, guy, girl, anybody in need. He was the first one to be like, oh man, you need help with that? Or hold on, let me go help this person that's having a hard time. He was all of those things too, not just, that moment that you're catching him.
I just think it's just so incredibly important to be there for other people, whether they've had the loss or they're struggling with someone that's in active addiction, and you're having to repeat that over and over again. Just know that you're touching someone's life in a very deep, important way.
So I think one of the things that's really important for people, EMS especially, to know is that when you come across somebody who is either having a mental health crisis or a substance use issue, what you see is so vastly different from who that person truly is. You're seeing them in one of their darkest, most horrific moments, even if you've seen them in 10 or 12 of those moments. I think that is so important to do. I think that interaction is unbelievably important.
So to suspend judgment is, or to just remove it completely and just do the work. And for my situation, my work is to listen and take notes and then compose a story. But my job is not to judge them and tell them if what they do is right or wrong, because that's not for me to decide.
It's a challenging road, and the more that we have people out there that can get that there were people out there that got me connected to support. That was so vitally important for me. The first people I connected with didn't understand suicide loss, didn't understand substance use, but they were able to get me connected to others that did get that and understood that. And that was like what helped me more than anything. I would hope that anyone that is is a first responder to someone in addiction or overdose or suicide, if they just experience the loss of somebody to suicide, that they just be really authentic in their feelings, and that they have compassion and empathy for the people that are at the scene, because it's a difficult, challenging situation for everybody, including the first responders. But for the people that are there, their hearts are being ripped out, and I just hope that there's authenticity and compassion and empathy, and provide some hope for them as well.
And that is going to take care of such a burning ache, such a burning question that we all have. You can't give us exactly what we want, but you can give us something. Lots of times people are like, oh, it was probably an overdose. Tell me why. Don't tell me because you see a 6'4" guy covered in tattoos and piercings, you think it's an overdose. Tell me professionally you think it's an overdose. Why? Because you found, drugs in his hand? Because it looked like physically these are the symptoms of an overdose? Tell me why you think that. Right. Yeah. And that alone, being open, honest, stigma-free, just, give it to us, because we need that. We definitely do. And I think that's an incredible thing for EMS to take on. I really do. I think it's very, very helpful.
I just think it's just so incredibly important to be there for other people, whether they've had the loss or they're struggling with someone that's in active addiction, and you're having to repeat that over and over again. Just know that you're touching someone's life in a very deep, important way. I think they need to realize and remember it is so important to keep your ears open and maybe, just listen. I don't want to say keep your mouth shut, but I will say the importance of listening to whatever those people have to share, however difficult it may be for them to share with you and for you to listen. It's so important for you to just hear what they're saying and know what's coming from their heart, because that's where it comes from, whether they're in tears or not in tears. Sometimes I'll share my son's story and it'll bring, emotion will, exude from my eyes, but then sometimes it doesn't. I'm just sharing. Just listen is a big, big thing. And show compassion for those people that you're working with or trying to support.
Like, as a mom who lost her child, I want to know everything, especially through the eyes of EMS. And I know that sounds kind of weird, but I want that professional opinion. I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. I don't trust the stories of everybody else that is going to tell me, or that might have been there, or there might not have been anybody else there. Like, there's so many different variations of how somebody is found. So we want that information from EMS. Like, what did you see? And I know it's hard. Like, for me, I absolutely want all of the details, all of them. As hard as it is to deliver, I needed them. Not everybody wants all of it, but you can ask. I think it's super important to ask. Like, what is it? Do you have any questions? Is there something that you really need to know? Is there something you want to ask that you think is strange or whatever? Like, ask me whatever you need to, like, be open to that. And then tell people what you saw, what you think. We all want answers. And of course we want a slew of them. Why did this happen? What happened? Whose fault is it? But we want all those questions answered, and you can't give us all those. But what you can do is give us what you saw, what you think, what you felt, in your opinions as a professional.
And you never know, what the outcome of that contact you have with them is going to be. And many times I find it's a positive thing, when you're working with people that you're supporting in that way. So, I guess that would be my message, to just, remembering you're making a positive impact on someone's life just by being there.
I want to thank you for everything that you do for people who are suffering from a disease that they wish they weren't.